are you? Since this morning, you just need to come over for coffee. Just hang around all day long. Hey, Tammy, can you hear my air conditioner? Is it messing up the volume or the noise? If it is, I don't want to mess it up because I'm going to read chapter 1. So if you can hear that, because you're the only one that's on here that I see. Whoop, wait. So you're the only one on here that I see. So if you can hear that, let me know. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Oh, wait. Wait, how come I can't scroll up? Bobby's here. Hey, Bobby. Wait, there's some people here. What is going on with my stuff? Oh, there we go. And Michelle. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Kate. Hey, Jane. And Jean and Meg. Can you guys hear my RV or my little camper air conditioner? Because I want y'all to hear me now. Listen. Sorry for the flat hair. I should put it up in a dilly wall. Top knot. But I didn't. Hey Linda, Deborah Joe, Renee, Wood, Judy Tucker. Tammy says, no, oh, okay. So just a little, it's not bad. So we'll turn it off here in a minute. Hey Wanda. It's not taking, Deborah Joe said that you can hear it, but it's not taking off your voice. Now, is that my high-pitched, squeaky, twangy voice? Michelle said she could hear you fine. Linda said she could barely hear it. Hey, Crystal, how are you? How's everybody in your family? Hey, Elizabeth, I'm so glad that you're here. I don't know if you've ever done Bedtime Stories with Tonya, but I'm so glad you're here. Hey, Sue Sullivan. Wanda's from North Carolina. Brittany says she can hear me. Sue can, okay. They can hear it a little bit. I'll probably turn it off. Hey, Sherry. Sherry, my poison ivy has gone away. I did have 2 rounds of steroids, though. Oh, so it said, I thought it said, hey, Siri, but I said, hey, Sherry. I hate this phone. My sister says, Tonya, send me that picture of you with that top knot on your head. Because she was there when it happened. And she was laughing. Did y'all see my newsletter today? So, I have a top knot I wear. I'm going to send it to her. So, I wear my hair in a top knot. So, when my mom broke her arm the other day, she went all day long with broken arm on her birthday. And when I was in the pool, and this is what I look like, and she goes upstairs to get dressed to go to the emergency room about 7 o'clock that night, comes downstairs, and she said, well, I ain't going, she sat down. I ain't going with you looking like that. I said, what? And I go, Mom, we're going to go to the emergency room. And she said, nope, I ain't going to go with you looking like that. We might see somebody. I said, well, who we going to see at the, who cares? You going to the emergency room. And so Eddie and my sister and her husband were all going to drive home. And I was just going to stay there the night, which I ended up staying 4 nights. And she said, nope, well, then I'm not going. And I had to go and fix my hair. And don't you know, we didn't see a single soul in the emergency room. So my sister just texted me and said, send me that picture. And I'll show you, she said, send the before and after. Oh, and she said, and then send the follow-up picture. So I'll show y'all the follow-up picture. In case y'all didn't get my newsletter, y'all should be getting my newsletter. Because I try to tell stories in there that I don't tell on here. And I'll show you something else. Oh, here's the after. There's the after. Oh, right there. It don't look no better. I mean, it just takes away from my dark circles. So I said to Mom, now I follow Beth Moore. She is a preacher lady that I do some of her Bible studies. And Beth Moore had a top knot on her Instagram account the other day. Can y'all see? Oh, I'm not very good with this phone. There it is. And she wrote, not accustomed to having hair this long in the blazing hot summer, so this is currently my go-to hair. Yes, a messy top bun right on the top. Hairs to heaven. So I said, that sounds like somebody in my book. So I told Mom, see, I had hairs to heaven. So y'all are saying, oh, she is doing well. She's doing really well. Tammy, I don't understand how you don't get the newsletters. I'll have to look into that. Message me your email that you think you signed up for. Sometimes, and I'm not going to say you did this, and it wouldn't hurt my feelings if you did. Sometimes I'm going to read y'all a message I got. I probably shouldn't do that. But sometimes if people like spam my newsletter, then it automatically deletes it, and then it won't let you sign back up because it's saying that you didn't want to receive my newsletter. So it could have been something like that. I'm not saying you spammed me. I'm just saying it could have happened like that. Kate, your picture was beautiful. So anyways, today I get an email, and I probably shouldn't read this online, but I am, because I'm going to tell y'all, it ain't always pretty being an author. And I didn't say nothing. I didn't respond back, and I'm not going to say who sent it. But I got an email today that said, Tonya, I have really enjoyed your books and newsletter, but I had to stop today. Why? My grade school upbringing kicked into gear. You wrote, and I quote, me and Rowena was going to stay there. I couldn't continue reading after that, and it was like nails scratching on a blackboard. You didn't write, quote, me and Rowena were, underlined, going to stay there, which would have been the correct tense. Or you could have written, Rowena and I were going to stay there, which would have been the correct grammar. I know you're from the South, but what the heck? So I had a reader unsubscribe and stop reading my books because of my newsletter. So maybe I should stop writing my newsletters. So those are the kind of emails I get, y'all. If y'all ain't got nothing nice to say, okay, I'm going to put you in a book and make fun of you. So there you go. So people, y'all wouldn't believe the emails I get. And then I get newsletters that say, oh my gosh, your newsletters are amazing. I know we have a wonderful, wonderful reader here. So really just one good email makes up for all the bad ones. But like even one of our own beautiful Ramona, I don't know if she is here, but God love her soul. She sent me this picture right here. She's in the hospital getting a transfusion from combating chemo side effects. And she's reading my book while she's doing that. That right there, Ramona, is that's all I needed right there. That right there was my purpose today. So that one bad email I got, it don't pay no attention. Bless her heart. That's what we got to say about her. If I had my bless my heart button up here, I'd be pushing it. Bless her heart. So there you go. And she might be on here watching. Nothing is secret around here. So anyways, let's see what we've got to say. If you're new here, I am going to show you guys what I do with wearing my camper. Kind of look around. That's my TV on the bed. I haven't got that up yet. But there's my camper. So we are in the bay window, looking around. You can't really see the pond, but I'm here because we do bedtime stories with Tonya, and we're going to start that up next week. So you can either read along with us or you can buy the book. We are going to do Beaches, Bungalows, and Burglaries because we will read a chapter or two a night starting next week on the 1st every night. And we're going to do that at 7 o'clock. And right now it's 99 cents. So tonight, if you want to tag a friend that might not be new to me, it's a way for us. caring is sharing, y'all. This is the way I make a living. So if y'all want to tag a friend, I am going to give one lucky reader and your friend both each a signed print copy of Christmas, Criminals and Campers, and Canyons, Caravans, and Cadavers. So if you want to tag a friend and bring them over, put it in the comments, and I will pick a winner tonight when we get finished. So anyways, today, before we get started, I went and got some blood drawn. Oh, we'll turn that air off. And because I'm doing this thing that's called a magnesium soaking foot soak. I know, it sounds crazy. So when I went to get my blood drawn, the lady goes, I don't think I've ever had like a magnesium lab. And so I said, well, and I was hesitant to tell her because first off, she says, oh, where are you from? Because, you know, I'm not from this area. And so my accent is a lot different than where I'm from. From here, the people up here don't really have much of an accent. And so I said, oh, I'm from Central Kentucky. And so I am doing, she's like, oh, okay. And she said, well, I don't see many people getting this magnesium test done. And I said, well, I have this. Magnesium is so good for everything. And a lot of times when you have a migraine or you feel hungry, but you've already eaten for your stuff, or you're dizzy for allergies, you're really magnesium deficient. And the only reason why I know all this is because I use that, look at my hair. I use that, she's a dietary nutrition. So that's why I drink like electrolyte water and stuff like that with my Diet Coke and my coffee. But anyways, and so I also take magnesium supplement because of those migraines I was having. And so my doctor, they're kind of a holistic kind of a doctor. And so look at my hair. Sorry, y'all, I'm a hot mess tonight. Hope my mom ain't watching because she does get on my Facebook. She logs in under me, so she could be watching tonight. But anyways, and so what happened is that my nutritionist and I, and along with a few other, like hundreds of other people, are going to starting on August the 1st, which I might be doing it while we're reading, who knows, through August the 21st, we're going to do a 21-day foot soaking magnesium soak. And so we all got our blood tested today, and then we're going to see what our magnesium level is, and then on the 21st, after we finish the foot soak, we're going to test it again to see if there's any changes in our blood. I know, it's like voodoo medicine or something. I don't know. I'm up for anything. And so Eddie, it was like $60 to get this little supplement for the foot soak. And so he does the budget, every week. And he said, what'd you buy for $60? I said, I bought this magnesium stuff to go with this foot soak. And he said, you mean to tell me it ain't free after you pay for her to be your dietary nutrition? Now you got to also buy this other stuff? And I said, Eddie, you stop that. And he just laughs. So it came today, and I'll have to show it to y'all one day, but it's this little bitty bottle. And Eddie's face he just looked at me and rolled his eyes. So anyways, we're going to get started here. Again, let's see. Let's see what they said. Thoughts and prayers for Ramona, as we love her. Karina said she loves my newsletters. Thank you. Apparently some people don't. And I write it at 5 o'clock in the morning. It ain't like I sit down and write it the night before or 3 days before like a lot of people do and schedule it. I write it at 5 a.m. in the morning when I'm like barely got an eye open. And listen, menopause sucks. I got dry eyes. I'm trying to squirt stuff in there, drink my coffee, type up stuff for y'all to get it. Give you tips, and I just can't help it. My grammar ain't the best. It never has been, and it ain't ever going to be. I had a teacher that was at UK, and he was really heavy set. One of the best teachers I ever had. But it was a stadium class with all the students, like hundreds of students, and he wore a microphone and he breathed so heavy because he was walking. And I'll never forget it, he said, if you don't like obese people and you don't like heavy breathing, you might as well leave class now, because I'm not going to be skinny and not going to be fit at the end of the semester. So I loved him. But the point is that I ain't changing. So, there you go. So I'm going to turn my air conditioner back on because I'm hot. It is hot up in the South. So anyways, we are here because I'm reading the first chapter of Beaches, Bungalows, and Burglary to get ready for our upcoming Bedtime Stories with Tonya starting on August the 1st, which is going to be at 7 p.m. Also, if you'd like to tag a friend, I am going to, for the video tonight, go ahead and tag them, even if they don't come over, and your name is drawn, I am going to send you and a friend, copies of these 2 print books. So anyways, let's see. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Darla. Hey, Dad. Let's see. Hey, Carrie Hugh. Hey, Darla Pinkerton. Hey, Brittany. Norma's here. Gosh, Deborah, y'all are tagging people. Hey, Kim. I know, it's so much fun. I love doing that. Hey, Kirsten. She hates getting blood tests. Hey, Ann Holmes. How are you? Hey, Lori Ann. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're here. Oh, Jane, I'm so glad you got them. And I'm so glad Samantha's doing them. Good for you. Hey, Wanda. Let's see. Hey, Barbara, how are you? Emma's here. Hey, Emma. Emma, are you in Cincinnati? I'm looking over at the Ohio Valley right in front of me. Norma says your hair is fine. Yep. Kate is from Northern Kentucky. Who day? I don't know what's going to happen with that. Hey, Stacy. Hey, Jeannie. How can anyone not like your newsletter? I know! Wasn't that hilarious? Hey, Karen Alsop, good news. The money's in the mail, girl. Those refunds will be coming soon. Is this one of those foot soaks that draws out the impurities? Girl, I don't know what it does. I just do what she tells me to do. I'm up for anything. I'll do anything. Let's see. Epsom salt is magnesium, says Darla. Meg says that she looks forward to my newsletter. Well, thank you. I'm so glad. Deb says she can relate to menopause. Yep. And a lot less than $60, Eddie. Hey, Darla. Girl, you're going to get me in trouble. I don't want no Epsom salt. Let's see here. What is going on? This girl's getting hot up in this little camper. Jeannie says I'm the one that that she reads in the entirety. Thank you. And I just like to put in, little things for my friends, shout out for their book sales or something going on, or I like to, give y'all a book sale and little tips and tricks. But I always like to put, I don't know, I guess I'm different than other authors. I don't care if you buy a book or not. I just like to connect. Listen, if I could have y'all all up here in my camper, I would. Let's see. Hey, Vicki, welcome. Let's see. Who else is here? Cindy Sargent. Hey, girl, what is up? Hey, Ramona, I was just talking about you. I don't know if you heard it, but I got a terrible email today that said that I was not a good talker. And I'm not a good talker. I like to have fun. And so I said, but your one message that I got from you, which I don't know if you wanted me to share it, but I did, that you were in the hospital getting your transfusion, that one thing trumps a million bad emails. So you're my one person. If I can help one person escape, you're it. That's my purpose in life. Hey, Kathy. How are you? I guess you're writing a lot. Kathy's a writer. Let's see. Jeannie said, can y'all keep my son your prayers? He reports to Johnsonville, Pennsylvania on Friday. And in 2 weeks, heads to another post for a couple weeks, and it's overseas for 10 to 12 months. Yes, Jeannie, we will. What is his name? Hey, Cindy Sargent. All right, guys. We are going to get started. Oh, Deb says you were pushing your button. They thought that their thing was put on. Hilarious. All right, you guys, we're going to get started. We're going to read the first chapter of Beaches, Bungalows, and Burglaries. Let's see here. Can y'all hear me all right, I hope? A campground, I gulped back, a good hissy fit, because no one could underestimate the power of a good hissy fit. Let's see if I can turn it. I need to turn me. Y'all, I am so not good at this. How about that? Okay. You can never underestimate the power of a good hissy fit. Something I've tried really hard not to do in years. As in a tiny little metal house and porta potties? Well, I think they have a toilet in them, said Stanley Shelton, my lawyer. He eased back in his fancy chair. Ooh, that's better. He eased back in his big fancy wingback leather chair with his elbows resting on the wooden arms and his fingers drumming against them. The gray pinstripe suit was of the finest material, and the nice crystal cufflinks were the touch it needed that screamed successful lawyer. I think the toilet is small, but you're small. He rubbed his hands over his bald head, then proceeded to draw his hands over his mustache and beard. I tried as hard as I could to keep it together, but my composure was under attack. What about my house in the Hamptons? I'll just go there. I let out a sigh of relief. It was a perfect plan. I'm desperately going to miss the New York City apartment, but I need a break. Unfortunately, it wasn't going to change the fact that my now ex-husband was in jail for a Ponzi scheme. He'd kept me busy by sending me to the spa, salon, and shopping for most of our 2-year marriage. Not to mention, I'd cashed out my 401k to help him start a little side business where he said we'd be partners. Little did I realize it was partners in crime. And the house is gone, Stanley's jaw set. I'm going to need the keys to your car and trade you for these. He dangled a very small key from a flamingo keychain in the air. What's that? A moped key? I joked. It's your house and your new car. He glanced out the window at his fancy office and was filled with plaques and certificates that boasted of his high education. You can't even look at me? Because I clearly remember when we were donating to your son-in-law's election fund and visiting your friends in the community who ended up being big donors that you had no issue looking at me. And now that my bank account has taken a hit, you won't even look at me? I questioned with a slight bitter taste in my mouth. It didn't take a hit. There's no bank account. The FBI seized it all. Stanley made no effort to make me feel the slightest bit better about my situation. Where is my new house? The Upper East Side? Not that that's a bad place to live, but not like where we live now. He licked his lips. Out there, he pointed to the window. I sat up a little straighter in my chair and leaned on the arm of the leather chair. There's nothing out there but an RV. A small one at that. I laughed and I eased back in the chair. Wait, you mean that? My voice trailed off when I noticed he didn't find amusement in my teasing about the camper. I'm afraid that there's no money to give you. The only thing free and clear are the camper and the campground. He stood up and walked around the desk. He eased down on the edge. I'm sorry, May. You don't deserve this. Are you sure? I asked. I mean, I was having a really bad day before I got here, but this just made it almost unbearable. I rested my elbow on the arm of the chair and covered my mouth with my hand. I twisted my head to the side so Stanley couldn't see me tearing up. There was a glimpse of my silhouette in the door of his mini refrigerator. My hazel eyes were sunken with half-moon dark circles under them. I'd not taken time to straighten. That was my mom. Sorry. I'd not taken time to straighten my long brown curly hair, and the humidity in the air wasn't making it any better. May, Stanley said my name. I blinked a few times and I didn't recognize the image staring back at me. Sorry, I apologized and forced a demure smile. I was having a hard time wrapping my head around the fact that I had nothing. No family, no marriage, no place to live, no car, nothing. I mean, Paul is a jerk. I'd like to kill him, but he left me with nothing. I hugged my designer bag to my chest. That scam. That scum. I couldn't believe that I was so dumb that I put everything in his name. He owed a lot of people money, and some still didn't have their retirement back. You're lucky I could salvage this in this settlement, since he did have it in your name alone. He sounded as if I needed to thank Paul. Stanley picked the flamingo keychain up and once again stuck it in my face. The campground is in Normal, Kentucky. Kentucky? My jaw dropped. You mean I have to go there? My mind rolled back to the last time I was in Kentucky. It was 2:04 a.m. I knew the exact time it was, the time I was born, and also my 18th birthday. It was the day I grew up and knew that no one was going to give me a free ride. Somehow, Paul made me feel safe and secure until now. You have to go there and be the manager if you want to have some sort of income. Or we can look at selling the place. He didn't move those darn keys. I didn't even know about this campground. I shook my head, refusing to take the keys. I've certainly never been a manager of a campground. When Paul was at college, he somehow ended up at this campground and winning some silly bet. After the two of you were married, he had put the deed in your name and your name alone. The FBI couldn't seize it. Stanley thumbed through the papers on his desk. Lucky me, I groaned. You have a camper to live in and a way to acquire some income. He pushed himself up off the desk and put one hand on my shoulder. I suggest you take a trip. Make it an adventure. Check the place out. Save up a couple of months before you decide if you want to sell it or not. He held out a brochure that had Happy Trails written in big letters across the top. There was a beautiful, bright, and vibrant photo on the front that looked more like a vacation spot than a campground. Adventure. I cocked my brow and leaned back and looked at the camper. Yellow? I questioned the color of my home on wheels. I don't even like yellow. It's a pop-up. The top lifts up, it makes more space, there's a kitchen, a bedroom, a bathroom, and you can drive it. It's perfect, he said with an upbeat voice. Be sure you read the manual in the glove box on how to work all the equipment. It can be tricky. Are you really trying to sell me on this camping idea? I live in a 10,000 square foot home with a house cleaner. I drive a Maserati. Drove. I gripped the keys of my little car in my hand. I looked down and opened my palm. Did drive a Maserati. I gulped back the tears and practically ripped the flamingo keychain out of his hand. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I've got to go to court. He took his hand off my shoulder and put it in his pant pocket, pulling out a $100 bill. Here, this is for gas and food. I can feel the bones in your shoulder. Eat. No, I shook my head and stood up a bit wobbly. I'm fine. I don't need a handout. He didn't take no for an answer. He stuck the money in my palm and curled my fingers around it. Let me know when you get to Kentucky. He smiled and patted my hand before he dropped it. His eyes softened. May, I'm sorry. Out of all of my clients' wives, you've always been so kind and nice. I know this whole process has made you bitter and hard-hearted, but I know you're strong and you'll figure this all out. Thanks, Stanley. I sucked in a deep breath. You've been great. I know I sound like some spoiled brat, but I think I'm still in shock having been in a nightmare for only 3 months. I sent some of your things to the campground. There's even a storage facility on the grounds. The current manager knows you're coming. I put a file in the camper with her name on it and some information about the campsite. He patted my hand. I suggest you not even look at it until you get there so you can focus on your new adventure the next couple of days. Couple of days? That's how long it'll take to drive to Kentucky? I questioned, clearly not remembering how long it took the Greyhound to drive here years ago. In a camper? Yes. He walked out the door. He walked over to the door and opened it. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Well, you've done enough keeping me out of jail. I started to tear up, my voice cracked, and I can't thank you enough. I walked out the door knowing that I'd never see Stanley again. The past few months, I'd seen him practically every day. When the FBI had shown up at our house that morning of the raid, I'll never forget. Stanley came right to the jail and bailed me out. He left Paul in there. He deserved it. It took a lot for Stanley to prove that I'd not signed any of the paperwork and Paul had forged my name, but Stanley did it. I am forever grateful. The long walk down the hall of his office was a blur. I was numb. I remember pushing open the door of his office building and stepping out into the bright sunshine. I pulled my sunglasses down on my nose and pushed them up. My eyes slid over to the cute little black convertible that was my birthday gift last year when I turned 30. Little did I realize it was bought by other people's money. Paul had schemed them out from our fake partnership. I slid my eyes over to the bright yellow camper and then down to the flamingo keychain. I guess it could be worse, I grumbled and took my first step towards my new reality as I tried to keep an upbeat attitude. End of chapter 1. So, if you've joined us, this is what we do at Bedtime Stories with Tonya is I read a chapter a night in a book. This August, we are starting back up with Beaches, Bungalows, and Burglaries. And although I do have a book release tomorrow in a different series, I am going ahead and promoting this so everybody starts realizing it's going to happen on the 1st. And there are 20 chapters. So it'll probably take us like 15 days because sometimes I read 1 or 2 chapters a night. And we do it every night. 7 days a week until we've read it. You can come and you can if you don't want to, but I do archive them here on this page, and I also put them on YouTube. So if you think you want to read along, you can buy it if you'd like. You can buy it e-form. I think it's 99 cents right now, or you don't have to buy it at all. Whatever you want to do. We're just glad that you're here. But the 12th book in the series comes out in August, at the end of August, so I thought it'd be fun to read this one. The last book that we read was A Charming Crime. So if you want to go back and look at that, that was the first book in the series of the last book that releases tomorrow. That series, and that is A Charming Deception. So that book comes out at midnight. So if you've not gotten that, that's the last book in that series. But I'm glad you're here, so let's see what we have. Some comments. Let's see. Darla says, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you, Darla. Hello, Lori from Brunswick, Canada. Meg says, there are no secrets in this group. Prayers, Ramona. Hey, let's see. Lori Hickey said, glad my poison ivy is better. She has poison parsnip in Vermont. Ooh, that don't even sound good. Let's see. All y'all can hear me. Good. And the reason people, if you're new, are tagging some friends is because we're doing a giveaway tonight. If you tag a friend in the comments before we get off here in a few minutes, then I am going to give you and a friend a copy, and I'll put those in the mail tomorrow. So as soon as I announce the winner, message me, because I got last Friday's clean out the closet to give away, to put in the mail. And also I am putting in the mail some August birthday cards. So if you're on my birthday list, get the birthday card. Hey Patricia, Barbara. Cindy said she needs that book. Lori said she knows what next book she's getting. Hey Tony Fox, what are you doing, girl? I love you, lady. Let's see. Bobby said she's going to get this one. Lee, hey girl, glad to hear you. I saw where you're getting ready to get fired up for your baseball. Let's see, Lucy. Oh, welcome, Lucy. I'm a new to you author. Cindy Sargent invited you. That's awesome. Let's see who else. Sheila. Sheila, my mom is doing well. She did call while we were reading, so I will call her back in a little bit. Thank you, Sue Sullivan. I'm so glad you're liking the camper series. I love writing it. There are 3 or 4 of the books right now on pre-order, so I'm waiting for the next books in the series covers. So that's why there's generic covers up right now. Thank you, Marcy, that she can't wait to read. Thank you, Karina. Thank you, Jane. She likes the series. She's on the 8th book. Let's see. Thank you, Kate. Hi, Sherry again. I think you're saying yay about the poison ivy. Jeannie, I'm going to read the next chapter on Saturday. Yes, isn't that August the 1st? It is. Saturday at 7 p.m. I can't tell you where I'm going to be, but I'm going to carry my book around with me, and I'm going to read. I think we're going to be here. We might be doing like a little cookout. Austin's coming home, and we need to celebrate Cody's birthday. Let's see. Jean is reading Canyons, Caravans. Let's see, Canyons, Caravans, and Cadavers. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. Yep. Thank you. Everybody says, oh, Kate, so glad you're here. Welcome. We are a very fun community. Ramona said she needs to start the series. So many books solo. That's all right. They're going to be there. We ain't no hurry, girl. We got no hurry. Lucy has a book club. Oh, you should put your, if you have, is a book club here on Facebook? If so, you should put your book club link up, and maybe some people will join if you're open to new readers to join. I just did a book club, The Death Becomes Us with Deborah Joe. I don't know if you guys belong to that, but I couldn't get on. For some reason, Facebook wouldn't let me, like, I could like it, but I couldn't comment. And I was on there as myself. Tonya Kappa is not the author page. I don't know what's going on with that. So let's see. Camilla, hi. She's finished up Hitches, Hideouts, and Homicides. I'm going to tell you what. One of my most favorite books of the series is Maps, Murder Homes, and Murder. I'm just going to tell y'all that right now. I think I loved it because it's about a real legend in Kentucky at the Daniel Boone National Forest. Love it. So, Judy said she's going to watch the whole thing when I'm done. She missed the first 13 minutes. She had some friends stop by and brought fresh green beans. Delicious. She's going to have fried green beans tomorrow. You go, girl. You can fry up some corn, too. Let's see. Happy birthday, Emma Woot. She's 70 years old. Good for you, girl. Let's see. Are there any questions? Did she ever say her son's name? Linda said she loves listening to me read. Thank you. Hey, Jeff Salter, how are you down there? You're down there by the Daniel Boone National Forest. Are you still writing? Donna said that she found the camper series 2 months ago. Thank you, Donna. So quickly, I am going to get on my phone and haphazardly pick a winner. And then we're going to jump off here. Well, let's see, y'all. Whoa. There I am, talking right now. Let's see. All right. So what I do is because I'm a little bit far behind. So, of course, my phone isn't cooperating. So I just kind of play Russian roulette. So let's do it on here since I can scroll these. Comments. Kate Carroll. Kate Carroll. You have won a print copy of Christmas Criminals and Campers and Canyons, Caravans, and Cadavers. Yay! You and Denise Manfredi. Is that how you say her name? And if you know, you message me your mailing address and you message me Denise's, and I will get these in the mail to you tomorrow. You guys, I love y'all. I am going to, oh, good question, Vicki. I'm going to do it right now. So I'm going to post a link to how you can join the birthday club. It's a Google Doc that you can just fill out and make sure that you fill out everything. A lot of people fill it out and they're like, oh, it was my birthday and I didn't get a birthday card. Well, a lot of people leave off their zip code. So, and I don't have time to go searching zip codes. So, make sure you put your entire, fill out every single thing. And some people, instead of putting their address, put their email address. And this is a physical card in the mail. So, I will post that here as well. I'll also post, again, the winners. And also, what we're here for is Bedtime Stories with Tonya. And so, be here on Saturday at 7 p.m. I was going to do it at 8, but I'm a Big Brother watcher, and Big Brother comes on starting at 5 o'clock. I'll even post that in the comments too, or in the status. So I have a page on here that's for Big Brother lovers, and so we watch it together every time it's on, and we gossip. We gossip about the people and what a hot mess they are. So I hope you join us. Even if you don't watch Big Brother and want to get on there and play around, it's so much fun. So anyways, y'all, I will see y'all on Saturday. And I hope that y'all have a good night. I'll probably be, I'm going to be on something's happening. Something's going wrong. I'm going to be on the, what happened? Something's going wrong. I'm going to be on the Cozy Crew page tomorrow night, and I'll post that as well. I'll see you guys later. Love ya.